3 problems kept me fat for years and how I fixed them to stop feeling chubby and lazy. What happens when your alarm goes off on a Monday morning? Do you leap out of bed excited for another day of spreadsheets and meetings that could have been emails? Or do you drag yourself up like you're being pulled out of quicksand? Maybe grab a slice of toast and sit in traffic for 45 minutes on the way to the office. Before you've even had your second coffee, your boss is breathing down your neck about being behind on targets for this month. We might as well just work the bank holidays if we're going to have to make up for it anyway. 5:30 rolls around and you don't even bother leaving on time because that would just mean longer spent in traffic on the way home. Finally getting through the door, it's shoes off, joggers on, arse on the sofa. Gym, no chance. Social life, can't be asked. And even if you could be asked, the hangover would write off the whole rest of your week anyway. When my days looked like this, the internet was telling me I was heavy because I was lazy. That I just didn't want it enough. Lazy. After all that effort, day after day, I started believing maybe I was the problem. That maybe I didn't have enough willpower and I was destined to be the chubby mate forever. Everything changed when I stopped trying to copy fitness bros on Instagram. Now I've helped almost 100 guys drop a stone or two without calorie counting, without going keto or spending every free moment on the treadmill. And if you want to read instead of watch, I've put together a free anti-calorie counting cheat sheet that you can get via the link below. No fluff, just the stuff I wish I knew when I was stuck in that cycle. Anyways, here's the 3 problems that were keeping me fat and how I solved them. Number 1, I used to think my biggest problem was not knowing enough about fitness. And I thought my best days were behind me because I couldn't get ripped like the guys on Instagram. The solution wasn't finding more information. The shit that works is the shit that's always worked. Go on to ChatGPT right now and look up how to burn belly fat. Don't eat so much junk food, do more exercise. The difficulty is knowing how to apply that to you and how to stick with the plan when there's no one looking over your shoulder to keep you on track. When I stopped looking for new information and flashy solutions, I cut my portions down by 30%. I made sure I walked as much as possible every day, and I went to the gym 2 or 3 times a week for 45 minutes each. I didn't stop eating carbs and I didn't start eating quinoa. And with the information problem solved, that leads us on to the second problem I fixed. 2, social media is falling over itself to give us the results we want yesterday. Because in the war for attention spans, unfortunately, hype beats truth. But do you honestly think a 6-week shredder is the solution to a belly that's been growing since the In-Betweeners movie was out in cinemas? Matt's belly had been steadily growing over the last decade. He kept telling himself, I'll sort it out soon. But soon never came. He'd pull on his jeans that used to fit better, frown at his reflection, but have to carry on anyway. Because it's not like we can put going to the gym ahead of going to work. We've got bills to pay. And abs aren't legal tender. Everywhere he looked, he'd see dramatic transformations. Men getting shredded in what looked like no time at all. They made it look effortless. Meal prep, gym selfies, 6-packs by summer. Inspired, he'd download a plan and go all out for a few weeks. And when he didn't see drastic changes by week 4, he'd convince himself he just wasn't built like them. One day, he realised his entire approach was built on unrealistic expectations. He was comparing his 36-year-old full-time working life to a 22-year-old fitness influencer with no responsibilities and a fridge full of prepped meals. This comparison wasn't just unhelpful, it was toxic. So, we stopped chasing 10 out of 10 effort when he only had 5 out of 10 energy. We focused on doing things better, not perfectly, each and every week. He walked more, he didn't ban carbs, but he made sure he was always a little bit hungry, which meant his body would burn belly fat for energy instead of the food that he was putting into his mouth. And because of that, fat loss finally came steadily and sustainably. 18 months of consistent, unglamorous effort later, he looks in the mirror and sees a version of himself he's proud of. Not shredded and oiled up, but fit, confident and capable. No 6-week miracle, just the right habits applied for long enough to make a big difference. The lessons I learned from coaching Matt are all key parts of my anti-calorie cheat sheet, which is free via the link below. But that leads us to the final problem I was constantly faced with. And look, if you're enjoying this video, please drop a like and to subscribe, because it massively helps other guys who are struggling to burn their belly fat too. The energy problem. Oh, this is the big one. All day long, I'd tell myself, I'll be good tonight. I'll cook something healthy, maybe even squeeze in a little workout. But by the time I got home from work, I was absolutely done in. Mentally and physically tired, and guess where I would end up? It's not even like I was looking for anything specific. I'd just stand there staring, hoping some miracle healthy dinner would just appear out of thin air. The breakthrough came when I realised I was trying to rely on willpower when I had none left at the end of the day. But if only there was some middle ground between ordering off Deliveroo and having spent all day Sunday in the kitchen packing chicken breast into Tupperware. I needed to stop putting myself in the position of having to try harder, because
when it comes to the crunch,
I was asking for more than I had left. So I built these systems that worked even when I felt knackered and couldn't be asked. Step 1 was adding a load of protein to my breakfast, so I wouldn't have a mid-morning snack craving and find myself raiding the biscuits at work. Step 2 was planning for the mid-afternoon slump by having a proper filling lunch and not just a Tesco meal deal. I pushed my dinner later and bulked it out with loads of veggies, so my evening cravings went from I could eat the whole fridge to maybe I can have a yoghurt. The result was I stopped fighting hunger all day, the energy crashes faded away, and the evening binges disappeared. I wasn't perfect, but I didn't need to be. These systems worked even when I was knackered. And for the first time, burning belly fat didn't feel like an absolute slog. I wasn't fat because I was weak. I was fat because I was trying to follow plans that didn't fit my life. Plans made by people who go to the gym for a living, live off protein sponsorships, and haven't had an office job in their entire lives. Since this realisation, I've helped almost 100 guys drop a stone or two without turning upside down their whole lives. And if you want to know exactly how to make this work for you, scroll down into your email and get the anti-calorie counting cheat sheet straight to your inbox. It's simple and easy to follow and has helped guys like Matt burn belly fat without the nonsense. I've been Ian Dowie, the online PT, not the old palace manager. Thanks for watching.